The Nephin Mountains, situated northwest of Ireland's County Mayo, offer spectacular walking in one of the most remote parts of the island. We climbed Slieve Car from the Boothie at Letterkeem Woods via Nephin Beg, returning along the Bangor Trail, an old sheep drover's track skirting the fringes of the Owen Duff Bog, 28 kilometres in total. These mountains, on the very edge of northwestern Europe, give spectacular views of lochs, vast tracts of Atlantic blanket bog, Achill Island, Blacksod Bay, and the Atlantic coastline. Indeed, Slieve Car, rising from the bog on all sides, is reputed to be one of Ireland's most remote mountains, far from any road or settlement. The northwest is one of the wettest parts of the country, with more than 3 metres of rain and over 300 rainy days in some years. The local climate was certainly felt during our walk. Conditions were very wet underfoot. After a 4-hour drive, we arrived at Letterkeem Woods at dusk to find the Brogan Carabothy unoccupied. It was to be our base for the next 2 days. This walk, which took us 12 hours with stops, is not recommended for those unused to long, arduous days out on the mountains.
Predictably, the heavens opened when we were about to start the hardest bit on the climb up to Corusleeve, which is very steep. So we decided to break open the bivvy shelter and just take 10 minutes to see whether it eases off a bit. Better than trying to stagger on and wrapped in Gore-Tex clothing. Not very comfortable.
You can see the rain outside there, look.
This is the steep start to the slog up to Corusleeve. not very pleasant. Martin trying to make it look easy. It's not.
About 800 metres now from the summit of Sleeve Car. About another 40 metres vertically to climb. It's a long slog up from Sleeve Core, but not as deep as the climb up Sleeve Core itself. Weather's still pretty poor, but hopefully we can get to the top without any rain.
Boiling up some hot water to make some tea. And for dinner we're having beef and basil meatballs in tomato sauce.
A bottle of red wine.
No red wine, I'm afraid. Did you have to say that? Looks like there was once a small settlement here. It's the remains of a cottage. And just down here, you can just make out the ridges of lazy beds.
Now 8:15, we've done full circle. This is where we ended up earlier, up Nephin, Meg, southeast top. We have about 3.5 kilometres now to get back to the operation.
And that's it. That's the Boothie. 28 kilometres later, after sloshing and splashing through some of the worst bog I've ever travelled through in Ireland, we've done it.